Hey guys, it's me Jenny. It's time for another commentary, and this can be a quickie one because I've got to run to town very soon. So I am going to do just 10 videos worth of comments, which is more than traditionally. I usually do my commentaries per week, but because I'm so behind, I've been uploading more than one video a day. I'm only going to do 10 now, and then I'm going to head on my merry way, and then I'll do the other 10. But I opened all these tabs to do commentary about 2 days ago, and now my laptop is just full of tabs, and I can't do anything on my browser because I've just got too many tabs open. So I'm going to answer 10, get them cleared, be like, hey guys, here's commentary, it's been a while, and we'll go from there. So hey! After that rambly intro, let's actually introduce what this thing is. This is commentary where I reply to your comments typing wise, and then I talk about them to make it into a conversation, and I record on my web camera with crappier quality, both visually and audio wise, but it means that I can ramble on for a very, very long time. It doesn't take an alarmingly long time to upload. So first on the agenda, the last video that I didn't comment on was my naked truth to Trisha regarding nerdy items and I think it was Comic-Con hauls. And the like to dislike ratio on that is phenomenal. Like, naked truths remind me that the internet is actually a place. So that Jamson, I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, says, I've seen your videos around for a while, he really enjoys my stuff and agrees with the decluttering thing. He's in the same boat and finds moving house helps. So yay! It's nice when you're in a moving house situation or a changing environment situation, because you really do have to look about what you own and what you don't own, and you're not kind of settled with little things hidden in every place. You've really got to, strip down to the basics and actually decide what you want and what you don't want. So that's always a good place to start from. And I'm glad you've liked my things so far. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yay. Awesome sauce. KSJ says, sometimes less is more. And what did I put on my head? What I put on my head, I will go get it, because I didn't realise when I was filming, it was out of frame. Was this is Gigi from Kiki's Flying Delivery Service. It's a anime. My sister bought it for me from the Studio Ghibli museum type thing in Japan. It's actually a Japanese toy from Japan. I'm gonna wear it on my head for the rest of the thing, because why not? And yeah, Gigi's awesome. But yeah, I popped it on my head and didn't realise it was out of frame for the rest of the video, so that was effective. Using my mouse, even though my mouse is not plugged in, so let's go back to the touchpad. That is all the comments on that video. Moving forward, let's see, 30 more to go, late night panic poem. Yeah, basically I did beat poem because I realised that I was 30 videos behind. Oh my gosh. KSJ says, Jenny! And I say yes, because I don't know what that is. I don't know whether that's a Jenny for being so behind on my videos, or a Jenny, you're amazing at poetry, or it's late, you should go to bed, Jenny, I don't know. Father Poetry said, love the words you use in your poem, and liked and subscribed, and would I like to subscribe to him? It's very unusual for me to do poetry, so thank you for liking and subscribing, but really don't expect it as a common thing from my channel, but thank you nonetheless. Moving on to the Dirty Dancing 2 Havana Nights review and thoughts. Threshold Dave said, there's a sequel, he still hasn't seen the original. As I said in that review, the sequel, it's a sequel, prequel, same story, different universe type sequel, prequel. I can honestly say that the original Dirty Dancing has a lot of better, it does a lot of the themes better. I will say that if you are interested in seeing a more, it's the same story but in different settings, so it really does depend on which setting you prefer. I will say that overall the pacing and the timing and the iconic nature of the original make it a better film, and I will say, if you haven't watched it in the 20 years that it's been out, you're probably not missing anything. Your life probably is not going to be vastly changed by the experience of watching Dirty Dancing 1, but I would probably recommend Dirty Dancing 1 over Dirty Dancing 2, but it's up to you. It's your preference. I know one of the girls from secondary school, she watched Save the Last Dance 2 and didn't want to watch Save the Last Dance 1 because she thought it would spoil the experience. So up to you. I don't think if you haven't seen Dirty Dancing 1 by this point, in 20 years, your life's not going to be altered by not having seen it or having see it now. So, you know, it's your prerogative. Moving on. This is going to be a really fast video. I'm doing really well. How I shoot my videos, video prep and setups, and nobody commented on that, so I haven't included that in the designated 10 for this video, but thank you for watching, the 14 of you who watched that. Commentary, the last commentary I did on all of the updates. KSJ said, well, fiddlesticks or matchsticks. He had to watch the ending again because he fell asleep about 25 minutes in. Not an inclination of his enjoyment of my rambliness, but rather that he's up too late. Well, at least you got a good rest while watching my videos. So as long as you're feeling rested and relaxed and all those things, I'm content. So yeah, I'm sorry it was quite boring, but thank you for being a matchsticks person. Matchsticks are awesome. And Nathan Lyle says he has a bad tendency not to do what he's told. So now that you said that you don't have to watch every single video and leave comments on them, he feels like he should watch every single video and leave 3 comments on every single one of them. And have I ever seen the video called movie called Matchstick Men? I have not seen Matchstick Men. I think I've heard of it. If it's about Lowry, the artist, then I've heard of it. I can remember singing the song about Matchstick Men and Matchstick Cats and Dogs in primary school. But I haven't seen the film. But thank you nonetheless for being a Matchstick person. Moving on to my other commentary regarding just my D&D videos. And Nathan Lyle says, hat. Just throwing that out there. I feel like that deserved a pause. Okay, on my D&D show thing where there's Smoke Part 3 Secrets and Succubi, Joe Riley left a very long comment, which I will now read out as fast as I possibly can. A suggestion when your counter is too light, you can have a demon gate in another one. You can have a demon gate in another one that is a type of lesser one that would be more appropriate. Even if it does not have the ability, it could have one that uses a magic item to do the gate, like smashing a gem on the floor. So I think that's about making the demon gate more challenging and having a guardian that has more power-ups so that the encounter is more challenging overall. On passing notes, I have a house rule, and you can read the note I give you, but you can never show it to anyone else. I did say that when I was actually playing the game. I don't think I mentioned it in the video. It's you can write notes, you can give them to the DM can give you notes, but you're not to show it to anyone else. And if you've charmed a character, you can pass blank notes or random meaningless notes, like you think you hear water dripping head, or other such nonsense to other players, or to the character who is charmed. Which I also did do, but I only had one lot of random things to pass out to people at the same time. So yeah, I do need to work on that a little bit, but it worked pretty well overall. You can also have a group roll for no reason before passing the notes, so it does not seem strange that a character keeps getting notes. So like everyone roll for something, and then different things get different things. Because what I could have done, I didn't realise it, is I did the sleeping effect of Succubi. I did a dream thing where during their dreams people got charmed or weren't charmed. But what I would have tried to have done, hindsight again, is I should have done another round of wisdom saves and see whether or not other people could have been charmed during the daylight, which would have made it run a little bit smoother. And similarly as Joe Riley says, kill the cleric on your next opportunity. Should anyone ask about this note, then you can tell them the herd scraping sound behind you. Like, giving people extra information that they can then use to kind of feed their lies and such like. Good comment from Joe Riley, good long comment. Definitely kind of builds on what I was trying to work on and gave me some very specific pointers, which would help me in my next round of games if I were to do it. And And I think that's nearly it. Oh, on my next one is Sun Dragon and Force Grey Critical Role Oral episode 621 reactions. Again, like to dislike ratio. You guys are awesome. And Joe really says that he got the impression that lichens were lawful good. I think maybe I mispronounced something, but I think aren't lichens plants? I might be confused, but okay. I will have to look up lichens as a monster manual in case they are a creature that I've misremembered, but thank you nonetheless. On my approaching my 200th video of the year video, Red Sky Blackbird said, did you know that YouTube reformatting crosses out when you set text in between signs? And he did not find this intuitive. I feel like there are a load of little things you can do with certain symbols that change the formatting on YouTube. Like I know if you do stars either side of something, like an action, it puts it in bold, which I always find slightly disconcerting because I like to put actions like, you know, sips tea in little stars, which to me means an action. But if you do it on YouTube, it puts it in bold, which always seems a little bit like sips tea. Oh, that's a bit cold now. Charming. Red Sky Blackbird also says he'd be curious to see my kitchen. He loves cooking himself, and yeah, assume that colouring difference would be interesting to see. What does the oh so British Jenny cook? I think I've done a couple of videos in my kitchen. I did the cupcake making video last year with my sister, which was in my kitchen. I did the omelette making video, I think it was last year as well. I did the hot chocolate making video, which I think was this year. That was all in my kitchen. Occasionally I'll just film in my kitchen, like if I'm tired, I don't know, just turn my laptop and I'm sat in the kitchen and it's late at night. I'll film in my kitchen. That's usually from the perspective of just the kitchen table facing the stove. I think I did a dance video a little while ago, which was, I think, I went out to Blues Night with my dad, and then I came home and I did a little dancing in the kitchen, and that was a vlog, like a, you know, wrap-up video for the night. I think that was this year, which ended with me dancing in the kitchen. And when I stream up until this month, every time I've done a late night stream with Project Chronicle, I've had to go downstairs to the kitchen because it's the only space in the house up until when the signal was moved, which was, as I said, a couple of weeks ago. It was the only room in the kitchen where it was not directly adjacent to any bedrooms and had signal. Now the signal box is directly below my bedroom, and my bedroom is not adjacent to any other bedrooms except my sister's if she's in. So I can actually, you know, stream from my bedroom, which is delightful instead of streaming from the kitchen. But all of the old Project Chronicle videos, I'm sat on the kitchen floor. Gigi's going through an adventure. Yeah, so, you know, my kitchen has been featured more than once, and I have done at least 3 cookie videos, even if they're not really properly cooking. But yeah, I don't really cook a lot. I work around people who make a lot of food, so I'm kind of, when you're working with professionals who cook, actually my own chefing is severely limited. And yeah, I'm not very exciting when it comes to cooking. Occasionally I will cook something for myself. Yeah, I like salads. Salads are really boring. They're not exactly exciting to show on screen, but if I'm making myself a dinner, I like to make myself like a tuna salad or something. I'm very dull. But there we go. And KSJ says maybe Jenny skydives or Jenny gets arrested. He's short on ideas for my 200th video. Those are both thoughts. I don't think I'm going to do either of those for my 200th video, especially as my 200th video has already been and gone. But thank you for the suggestion, I guess, even if it might involve me dying or getting arrested. Yay! On my dance video, To Be, which it was originally going to be To Be Me, or To Be or Not To Be, or To Be Free, or whatever connotations you want for that particular dance video. I really enjoyed shooting that. That was really good fun, which is nice. Obi said some of my movements look like I'm doing I'm like using my chi or some other form of water-based kung fu, being a waterbender. It looks very good, but every now and then he was picturing me with a sword in my hand, a sort of dragon knight, Joan of Arc, throwing chi fireballs from my swords. Very enjoyable, even without my thoughts wandering and such. Thank you. I wasn't intending to do that, but I'm glad you enjoyed it and got the waterbender and pressure, and even if that wasn't my intention at all. But thank you, I guess. As long as you enjoyed it, I'm happy. Tor said very awesome. She's awesome too. But thank you. And Megan says beautiful. Yeah, again, the whole like text bit at the front is I'm not a dancer. Like, I can look at my own videos and be like, oh god, that foot wasn't turned out, and you know, I wasn't extending properly, and that was horrendous little développé or whatever. Like, I know I'm not a good dancer, which is the reason why I put that little intro text in at the front. But I just like to dance sometimes, and I like to, like, I feel most me when I'm dancing, so I might as well show it occasionally because I do that a lot. So every once in a while I might as well just put on the camera while I'm doing it. But there we go. I'm sorry I've been talking so fast. I really do have to run like in like 5 minutes, but I wanted to get this done because otherwise my browser is a mess and I can't do anything with it. On my picking the plums video Tor says, dang, I love plums, and that's quite a crop. Yes, I would send it to Canada, but they've probably not survived the journey. Plums have a very, very short half-life. They literally can, you know, in a matter of hours go with little white mold dots. So you really do have to chop them, freeze them pretty quickly, especially windfall plums. They have a very, very short half-life, so you've really got to, you know, get them quick. Kerstio says he's never been a fan of plums either. Maybe you could trade some for some apples or cherries. If you like apples or cherries, there is kind of a community-run store in the village that I live in where I donated a pot of the plums to the village, and they were able to trade it for donations towards the shop itself, which was great. I also gave a couple to work, both colleagues, and put towards, you know, just generally to be used. So that was good. Some of the colleagues took them home, and some of them, you know, they disappeared, basically. Work was very good for that, and there was a couple of people in the village that I gave them to as well, which was all good. As long as I didn't have to, like, I chopped a lot of them and froze a lot of them. Like, the freezer is now full of plums, but I was glad to also give some away, which was really nice. And Mona Grateful says, honestly, he just loves some videos where I'm outdoors. Metro lighting does compliments to my flawless looking skin. Well, that is just compliments to my camera because my skin is far from flawless, but thank you for the compliment nonetheless. I like being outdoors. It's just hard to, you know, think of interesting videos to do outdoors. I don't feel very confident talking to a camera outside, even if it's in my back garden. I'm learning, but I don't feel confident on that yet. So, you know, we go. Trying to find interesting things to do outdoors which don't involve talking is a challenge, because I like to talk. And I think that's the end of the 10 videos for now. There's a lot more to go, but for now I think that's perfectly satisfactory. So today's secret word of the day is going to be highlighter. Because I can see a highlighter in here. So for those of you who don't know, usually these videos are quite a long time, and this is 18 minutes, which is very, very short for a commentary, but I have kind of gone through it really fast. But yes, so those of you who watch all the way to the end, I like to be able to know who's crazy enough to watch to the end, because you guys are insane. And so I put a secret word. So today's secret word is highlighter, and if you put that word down in the comments, then I know who was insane enough to watch the end. You can put it as subtly as you like. You can do puns, you can do cryptic crossword type things, or you can just put the word highlighter if you want. It's up to you. I've got to run. I've seriously got to run. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys all for the next commentary or video of some kind. Bye. I keep on using my mouse, which is here, but it's not plugged into anything. Literally, not plugged into anything at all. There we go. Okay, bye for now. Bye.